the most powerful African kingdoms and empires in history. Long before the world spoke of kings and queens from Europe or Asia, Africa had empires of wealth, wisdom, and power. Empires where gold shone brighter than the sun, where warriors shook the earth with their strength, and where knowledge lit the path for generations. This is the untold story of Africa's greatest kingdoms and empires. This is the glory of our past, one ancient Egypt. We begin with the land of the Nile, ancient Egypt. Here, more than 5,000 years ago, mighty pharaohs ruled. They built pyramids that still touch the sky. They created writing, medicine, and mathematics. They studied the stars, mapped the heavens, and built temples for eternity. Egypt was not just a kingdom. It was one of the first great civilizations on earth, a light that shaped the world. 2. Kingdom of Kush. South of Egypt rose another great power in the kingdom of Kush. For more than 1,000 years, the Kushites ruled the Nile. Their kings, called the Black Pharaohs, once ruled over Egypt itself. The Nubians built pyramids, traded gold and ivory, and created art that still amazes the world. The Kushites proved that Africa was a land of rulers, not followers. 3. Mali Empire. In West Africa, a kingdom of gold rose, the Mali Empire. Its most famous ruler, Mansa Musa, is remembered as the richest man in history. When he traveled to Mecca, his caravan carried so much gold that it changed the economy of every land he passed through. But Mali was more than wealth. The city of Timbuktu became a center of learning. Libraries, universities, and scholars made it the heart of knowledge in Africa. Mali showed the world that Africa was both rich in gold and rich in wisdom. 4. Songhai Empire. After Mali, another empire rose even greater, the Songhai Empire. It stretched across the Sahel, controlling trade, armies, and culture. The city of Gao became powerful, and Timbuktu remained a jewel of learning. Songhai's kings commanded massive armies. They built a state so large, it became one of the greatest empires in world history. Songhai was proof of Africa's strength and vision. 5. Great Zimbabwe. In southern Africa stood the mighty city of stone, Great Zimbabwe. Its walls were built without mortar, yet they still stand after centuries. It was a center of trade, dealing in gold, ivory, and cattle. From here, goods traveled as far as China and the Middle East. Great Zimbabwe showed the world Africa's skill in building, trade, and leadership. It was a city of pride, power, and glory. 6. Kingdom of Benin. In West Africa, the Kingdom of Benin rose to greatness. Its people created the famous Benin bronzes, art so detailed and advanced that the world still marvels at it today. The city of Benin was carefully planned with streets, walls, and palaces. Its rulers, called the Obas, led with power and vision. Benin was not just a kingdom of warriors, and it was a kingdom of artists, builders, and leaders. 7. The Zulu Kingdom. In southern Africa, the Zulu Kingdom rose under the leadership of Shaka Zulu, a warrior, a strategist, and a leader who changed warfare forever. With discipline and courage, the Zulu armies became one of the most feared forces in Africa. Shaka's vision created a nation that stood strong against invaders. The Zulu Kingdom was a symbol of resistance, unity, and pride. 8. The Ethiopian Empire. High in the mountains of East Africa, the Ethiopian Empire stood proud. It is one of the oldest kingdoms in the world, with a history stretching back over 2,000 years. Ethiopia was the first Christian kingdom in Africa, and one of the only nations to resist colonization. Its kings and queens carried a legacy of faith, culture, and independence. Ethiopia remains a symbol of strength that could not be broken. These were Africa's greatest empires: Egypt, Kush, Mali, Songhai, Great Zimbabwe, Benin, Zulu, Ethiopia. They were kingdoms of wealth, wisdom, art, and courage. They remind us that Africa is not a land without history. It is a land of empires, a land of glory, a land of kings and queens. This is Africa's story, and it is only the beginning. Subscribe to Voice of Africa for more stories of beauty, pride, and power.